Hi everyone, this is Andrea with Chiquettes, and I'm going to demonstrate for you how I achieved this nail art using Glam and Glits pigment collection. So I'm going to demonstrate this on a swatch stick that I've already prepped, and what I've done here, if you're doing this on your natural nail, you would prep as you usually would for a soak-off gel application. I would apply one coat of the ink base, and on this swatch stick here I've applied 2 coats of ink glacier. And of course I've cured each coat in my LED lamp. You could also cure this in a UV lamp. So now that I have applied 2 coats of white using ink glacier, I did not wipe off the tacky layer, so this is still nice and sticky. So what we're going to do is utilize that tacky layer to apply our pigment powders. So you can see here I have 4 different pigment powders. We have Sparkling Gold, and these are from Glam and Glits. We have Timeline, which is a green. We have Masquerade, which is sort of a teal blue, and then Burnt Out, which is sort of a reddish orange color. And I'm going to use a nail art brush. This is just a very simple brush. You could use any kind of brush. It has to be dry, and my brush is a little bit discolored from using it on many things here, but that doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do then is just open my pigment powders, put a little bit on my brush, and I'm going to start to apply this into the tacky layer of my polish. And you can do this in any pattern. I'm kind of going to do a striped gradient here. So I'm starting with the burnt orange first. I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm just in between wiping my brush off onto a paper towel to clean it off. And next I'm going to use Timeline, just sort of a lime green. Move on to Masquerade. And finally, I'm going to use Sparkling Gold. Now that I've applied the powders, I'm just going to take my dry brush and blend these together. I'm actually going to take a little bit of the gold because I like the gold effect, and I'm just going to put a little gold over top just to give the whole nail a little added sparkle. Okay, and you can see this is what my ring finger looks like. So if you wanted to just complete with this look, all you would do is take your gel top coat and top coat right over that, and that's how I achieved this look here. But we're going to take it one step further, and we're going to create this dotted effect. Okay, I had to pause for a second there to prep my top coat. So what I've done is I've taken some top coat and I put it on a piece of foil. I know this is hard to see. I'm going to actually pull that back out of the way. So I've taken my ink top coat, put a little blob onto a piece of foil, and I'm going to use a dotting tool, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the top coat, and I'm going to start making a dotted pattern onto the nail. I'm kind of doing big dots today. One quick tip is if your top coat starts to run a little bit, throw your hand into your LED or UV lamp and do a flash cure. So cure it for a few seconds just to hold that top coat in place so that your dots don't run together. Unless you want them to run together, in that case, it actually makes a cool effect as well. So I'm just adding random dots. Okay, Now that I've applied my dots, I'm going to cure this in my LED lamp for 30 seconds, or you can cure in your UV lamp for 2 minutes. Okay, so I just cured the swatch stick in my LED lamp, and now I'm going to take a lint-free alcohol wipe and just wipe off the excess pigment powder. And I'll comment real quick, yes, I do have two different hands. This hand is has a different polish on it. Typical for a nail blogger. And here's the final result, this dotted gradient. So you could do this, you could make any kind of pattern over top of your pigment powders using your top coat, and then you cure it and wipe off the excess, and you're left with this gorgeous design. The last coat here, or the last step here, would just be to top this off with one more layer of top coat. So I would use my ink top coat. And that's it. Have fun with this.